The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, guys. Morning. I know. I'm just cracking in here right at the last second. I had to reboot. Things did not open up as they should have. All right. So on the soybeans, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say if we get an up close on this bar on the soybeans, 6 1/4 is the low, 7 1/4 will be the high. We'd look to go long on the soybeans. Never mind. Cycle's going down pretty steep over there right now. Okay, there's the trend line. No trade there on the beans. Over here on the crude, there was a trade right in here on the crude pre-market. On the gold, we are in the G5 now on the gold. Hang on. Feeling better. Well, I'm on medication, so that's good. You know, they did chest x-rays and all that stuff. So hopefully, and they gave me the medicine anyway. What are we doing? GG, CG, 5, gold. Okay. Let me click on that one. Get me down up there. All right. On the Russell right here, there's a short trade right there at 76. Sorry, whenever I got a reboot, it messes me up. It rebooted at the last minute. I started this reboot a long time ago, but it messed me up. Let's see this down close right here on the gold. 6.2 is a short trade. Okay, I just shorted 6.1 on the gold. 4 ticks profit or close below the MA1. The stop goes to break even. There's 4 ticks. 6.1 is the low on that. I'm going to put a target down there at 5.1 just see if we can get down to the target, get the goal for the day. But it looks like we're getting stopped out of break even on the first trade. Okay, so we're out of break even on that gold trade. Watch the soybeans here. The soybeans are at a significant area here at 10.04, pulling back up to that significant area. Let me draw this to there. All right, here on the beans, we just tested the BBC. We need a down close off the BBC. 4 1/4 is the high. 3 1/4 would be the low. So down close at 3 1/4. Is that right? 4 1/4 is high. Yeah, the down close right there at 3 1/4 is a short trade on the soybeans. Okay, so that is a short right there on the soybeans, and I am short soybeans at 3 even. Okay, there's my soybean short. We didn't put in a lower swing over here on the Russell, so we're not going to look to short that over there. Now 4 ticks profit or a close below the MA1 over here on the soybeans. We'll move our stop to break even. The beans should be getting down to, from here at 10.04, they should get down to 9.98. 9.98, they should be getting down here. Okay, so we need 4 ticks profit. There it is. Get my original stop off. And they should be getting down to 9.98 right now. Okay. That's where they should go. I'm going to lock in the 4 right here. Oops, and it just took me out with 4 ticks profit. I do still think they're going to be getting down to 9.98, but it just took me out with 4 ticks. We're not trending here on this. Okay, natural gas. I have GNG F5. What the heck is wrong with this? It doesn't have something on it. Oh, you know what? Doesn't have the CFCFRN on it. How can that be? There we go. All right. Now the natural gas is pulling back for a possible long trade. All right, we have natural gas inventories today, guys. At some point, we have natural gas inventories. Again, the soybeans should get down to, all the way down here to 98 right now. That's what they should be going. All right, if you stuck out that last trade, there's a 2-point target goal for the day. You've already gone through it. energy, natural gas. All right, the gas just dropped all the way through the BBC, so there's no trade there on the gas either. All right. I'll show you. Okay. Oops. You know, before I closed it out today, I saved my workspace. It doesn't look like it saved it at all. It just stinks. Yeah, natural gas at 10:30 today, Alan. Yep, that is true. Natural gas inventories are at 10:30. All right. Copy to the clipboard. All right, we're almost down there now on the soybeans. Crude is starting to set up a possible long trade right here. All right. The Russell's putting in a lower swing, so we're at a cycle reset over there. Natural gas just dropped all the way through.
Hey, Mike.
Okay, hey Bert.
What's going on?
Not too much, man. Hang on, let me give you some eyes. There you go. You have eyeballs. All right, we just about got down to 998 here on the soybeans. Over here on the Russell, there's a short trade right here. And 75.4 was a spot on that. Sorry about that, guys. I was sending emails to people who I shouldn't have to send email to. 75.4 right over here was the spot on the Russell. Okay, I'm going to blow it up just a little bit so you can see it a little better now. We need a down close on the current bar. It's got a high of 75.1 and have a low of 74.7. So a down close over here on the Russell at 74.7 would be a short trade. I don't have Russell zones on right now. I think I need to put those on. And the soybeans got down just a little bit below 98. Okay, just a little bit below 98. Hang on. Weekly trading zones for the ES. Let's put these on. View all active indicators. Oh, they're already there, I think. All right, and now let me do them over here. And 72, 73 is where it is on the Russell. Thanks, Paul. Copy. Okay. All right, on the gold. There's a short trade right here on the gold, 4.1. Okay, I just shorted 4.2. On the soybeans, there's another short here, 99.50. I just shorted 99.75. And let's see. We need a down close here on the crude. It's got a high of 44. It'll have a low of 40. Okay. Let me make sure my risk is in the right place on this. It's not. This is where my risk should be. Okay, on the gold. Gonna fix that. All right, on the soybeans, we're looking for the green line to turn down and get down into the cycle. On the gold, we're looking for the same thing, the green line to turn down and get down into the cycle. The gold doesn't look too promising here. On the crude, we got to move the trend line to take that wick into account. On the soybeans, 4 ticks profit or close below the MA1. On the gold, we just stopped out. Minus 8 ticks. And the soybeans, they're taking another run at 98, it looks like. Okay, we're in at 99.75. If we get 4 ticks profit or close below the MA1, we'll move our stop to break even. We stopped out on the gold. The crude, a down close on this bar is going to high of 51, it's going to have a low of 47. Stop to break even on the beans, get rid of the original stop. Okay, on the beans, now we're in at 99.75. We're going to lock in 4 ticks right there. And then make another run at 98 right here. And below 98, they should get down to 96. Okay, that's where the beans should go down to here. They should go all the way down to 96. All right, well, we got another 4 ticks out of the beans. Okay, and on the crude, we have a short trade right here at 66.47. 66.47 on the crude. On the beans, there to there. Okay, on the crude, I'm in at 66.46. Okay, stop at break even on that. Get rid of the original stop. Stop to break even because it had given me 4 ticks profit. Okay. And I'm out of break even on the crude. And the gold stopped me out pretty much to the tick and then did exactly what it should have done. Okay. And the crude was there. Actually, to there. And the gold, I had shorted here and stopped out up here. Is anybody in here for the first time today? My stop out was on gold. Let's see. Minus 8 ticks. Crude, I got taken out at break even. Okay. Is anybody in here for the first time today? The reason I ask is because if you are in here for the first time, I'll show you what the trade setups are. If you're not in here for the first time, then I won't do that right now because it would interfere with my trading. Okay, Tim. Really? This is your first time, Tim? Okay. I'll show you the trade setups in a few minutes, okay? I got to get my goal for the day. And currently I'm minus 8 on gold and plus 8 on soybeans. Okay, so I need to make a little more profit here. Another $80 per contract profit is what I need. All right, so we got the lower swing over here on the soybeans. If it pulls back, we'll look for another shorting opportunity there. I said to look for it to get down to 96. It looks like that's what it's trying to do. The Russell's bouncing around. I don't know if we had a news event right here at... No, we don't. We have no news events today. This up close, is this one? No, this one right here would have been a long trade there on the Russell. So I guess you can jump in here if you want to on that. You know, it would have been, the up close would have been right there at 96.7. You see it pulled back down to 96.1. Um, it is what it is. All right. You can let the trade go, or you can jump in there. I jumped in at 76.5. I'm just going to throw my stop at break even. All right, and I'm flat. I got in on the pullback right here. I just got flat right there. Okay, so the soybeans put in a lower swing and they pulled back. They should have gotten down to 96 in here. All right, so we'll just have to watch that and see how it goes. On the gold, an up close on this bar would be a momentum trade. 1205.4 is where that would be. If it closed up, it'd be 5.4. Okay, 1205.0 is the low, 1205.4. If it closes up right there, that's a long momentum trade on the gold. Okay, it would be a momentum trade because it's going to close above the MA1 and above the trend line. I know I haven't drawn the trend line, but if I put it here like this, there you have it. All right, and it's going to close there. It is. Ding, ding, there it goes. All right. Stop at break even because it's a momentum trade. You put the stop at break even immediately when you have profit in the trade. All right, so that one just took me out of break even, sadly. Now it's got a little more divergence. I'd like to see this bar close down over here. Okay, and the soybeans getting a pretty good bounce off of this 97 level right here. I thought they were going to get down to 96. You use the slingshot, Steve, but you only need a little tiny bit of divergence. You know, there's almost no divergence on a momentum trade because it just doesn't pull back far enough. Okay. Now this would be another momentum trade right here at 5.9. If you wanted to jump in that. Okay. It's on top of the dynamic resistance that stopped it before. So this one may have a little more leg in it. You know, again, stop to break even as soon as possible. I got in at 5.8. I'm just going to lock in one tick on this one. 5.8. I needed to get up to here to get my goal for the day. Okay. So I'll just leave this right here. You guys can watch that if you want. The Russell needs to put in a higher swing for us to continue going long. The crude oil's got nothing here for us at the moment. Soybeans are changing directions here. Okay, there's the goal for the day. It just took me out, so I got 8 ticks on gold. I got my 8 ticks back. That puts me at break even on gold. All right, so it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. And 19 minutes. Huh. And we're at $100 a contract right now. Okay. Right there up to there. All right, so look for a deeper pullback here on the gold. Okay, look for the deeper pullback there. We didn't put in a higher swing over here, so we're not going to look for anything over there. On the natural gas is a momentum short trade from 728 right here. The low of the day is right below us on the natural gas. I just shorted 727 on the gas. Just make sure that's in the right place. It is. Okay, I'll show it to you here. This is a momentum short trade right here. Okay, because the trend line is like this. The entry is the close below the trend line. It also is below the MA1. We have just a little bit of divergence, but we at least have some divergence. So I'm short 727 on the natural gas. Okay. Now with a momentum trade, as I said, you want to move your stop to break even as soon as you can. Here's another one right here on the gold. I'm not in it right now, but there's another one right there on the gold. On a momentum trade, as soon as you get profit in the trade, move your stop to break even because at the entry of the trade, you've already met the requirements for moving your stop. Okay. I don't take every momentum trade, guys, just so you know. I try to take every slingshot trade, but I don't take every momentum trade. That's the trend line on the soybeans. We don't have any divergence yet there. Another momentum trade developing here on the gold. 7.2 is the low, 7.6 would be the high. Okay. And nothing here on the Russell at the moment. Okay. I don't think I hit the record button. I didn't. All right. Now I hit the record button. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 4th day of December, 2014. So far today, we have taken 4 trades on gold. We're break even on gold. We have taken 2 trades on soybeans. We're plus 8. 1 trade on the Russell. We're break even. And 1 trade on gas. And we're break even. Okay. Oops. And I'm long gold again on the momentum trade. Throw my stop at break even. The crude just had a nice trade right here. This wasn't a momentum trade on the crude, but on the gold, I'm in at 7.7. I'm gonna lock in something. Oops. I just got out with 5 ticks profit on the gold. On the crude, there was a trade right here. It wasn't an actual momentum trade. It was a regular trade right in there. And on the gold, it was this up close right here that I got in. It just took me out with 5 ticks right there. Okay. Watch the crude over here. It's pulling back. Watch the soybeans. And up close on that bar on the soybeans be a long trade. Okay. And up close on this bar. 99.53 is the low. Right there. 10. Right there is that's 10.0050 is the spot on the soybeans. All right, that spot right there. That's where you want to get long on the beans. Okay, and stop to break even on that soybean trade. Soybean should be getting all the way back up here to 10.04. Okay, and lock in a couple of ticks on it. Looking for an up close here on the crude. It's got a low of 66.77. It'll have a high of 66.81. All right. A couple ticks and we'll see what happens there. All right, we're flat with a couple of ticks profit on the soybeans, and 66.76 is low, and the 66.80 would be the high. Oops. There it is. I'm in at 82, and I'm throwing my stop at break even, my stop at plus 2, stop at plus 3, plus 4, and I'm flat at plus 4 on the crude. Sorry I didn't get to show that to you as it happened. It slipped me in. I had a buy stop on at 81. It slipped me in at 82. So I went from 82 to 86. And up close over here on the gold would be a long trade, I think. Let me draw this trend line. Yeah, and up close here would be a long trade. 8.9 is low, 9.3 would be the high on that. Okay, so an up close at 9.3 on the gold would be a long trade. And I'm flat on the soybeans with a couple of ticks profit, right? No, I missed the Russell short. I missed everything over here on the Russell. Sorry, guys. Down close on the current bar would be a short trade on the Russell. It's got a high of 75.7. It's going to have a low of 75.3. Where is my Russell? There it is. Okay, hang on. Let me look around here. The gold didn't close up. It closed down, so you got to move the trend line over. The cycle's going down too steep to want to go long on gold right there. The Russell, if you entered in here at 75.3, it went 4 ticks in profit down to 74.9, so you should have your stop at break even. Over here on the crude, you got a momentum long trade right here at 66.87. Okay, momentum long trade at 66.87. Soybeans have nothing, natural gas has nothing, and the ES has nothing. Gold, the cycle's going down too steep. Sorry. The Russell, guys, if you get into that, is moving down from the 75.3. All right, stop at +4 on that. It should probably go down to the weekly trading zone that's all the way down here somewhere. All the way down here, 73. Okay, but my stop's at +4. And that's it. That's what we got. Hey, James. That sounds like a good plan. Okay.
How you feeling, Mike?
I'm feeling a little better. They gave me medication, so it
Yeah.
it helped me sleep, which is good.
Oh, good, good.
I fell asleep last night at about 9 o'clock. Didn't wake up till 10:30, and then by then the kids were already in bed, and all that.
Well, that's good, man. Real good.
Yeah. Yeah, they took chest X-rays and blood and all those things that they should do. Of course, I hadn't been to the doctor in 4 years. I didn't realize. This down close right here on the ES is a short trade from 68.75. Okay. You can get a little better than that right now, 69.75 even. I had forgotten. I thought I had gone to the doctor regularly, but apparently I hadn't. Okay, James, thanks. That's what they're treating it as, Steve. They're treating it as pneumonia. She said she could hear congestion in my lungs, in my right lung. She said she was a little surprised, though, that 5 days turned into pneumonia. But I think there were some other stuff that was happening. I meant to take a picture of this stuff, the medication. I mean, she gave me albuterol, which is, sort of has an immediate impact. And something else, some other pill. All right. Okay, guys, it is 10 o'clock. We don't have any news events today that I could see. Let me just check it one more time. Today is December 4th. All the news events were pre-market. Well, there's only one, unemployment claims. Came up pretty much as expected. Natural gas comes out at the bottom of the hour, and that's it. So, that's what we got going on. This right here is a long trade on the Russell at 75.5. 75.5. Okay. 4 ticks profit or close above the MA1 would be when you move your stop to break even on that, if you got in at 75.5. Close above the MA1 anyway, no question. Okay. Crude oil, not really doing anything good over there. All right, now my stop's at break even on the Russell because I didn't get until 75.7. I had to buy stop onto 75.6 and it slid me into 75.7. But my stop's at +1 tick over there. +3. I put a target up there at 10. It's now at +4. All right, well, I'll take the 4. And 75.7 +4 ticks. All right. So we got the divergence is wrong on gold. The divergence is wrong on crude. We need a pullback to get divergence on the Russell. And we have chop on soybeans. Okay. On the one that I just took over here, on the Russell, it was a bounce off the BBC. The slingshot, we had bullish divergence down here in the bottom, Steve, between the green line and the cycle. And it was the up close right here, this up close. 75.5 was the spot to get in. I had to buy a stop at 75.6 and it got me in at 75.7. Okay. Price hadn't pulled away. It had pulled away right in here. There was a cross right there. There's a tick right there, and there's also a tick right there. Right in there, there's a tick. You know, below this bar is 75.7, and right there at the BBC is 75.6. It did put in a higher swing, so now you're looking at this. Okay, a little bit of divergence here. So it's 10 o'clock. Currently we're +5 on gold, +8 on beans, +8 on Russell, and +4 on crude oil. Okay, we're starting to set up a long trade over here. Even though it is lower than the high of the previous candle. Yes. Yeah. Now this one, you see there's red on the cycle, so it's got to close above the trend line here. It's got to close above the trend line. All right, we're starting to get a little divergence over here on the crude. All right, you see the black step line just crossed below the BBC, so there's not going to be any trade. No long trade anyway. This was actually a 164 short for the partner trades. It was a 164 short from right there at 76.1. Over here was a 137B long from right there at 75.7. Yeah, Steve, as long as the black step line is above the BBC, you can take the trade on this candle right here. Okay, if you got bullish divergence, a blue cycle, the MA1 crosses, you got to pull away. It pulls back, touches it, you get the up close. It's the first up close. Okay, there's a momentum trade here on the crude if you want it. 96 up to 67. If you want to take that. Again, it's a momentum trade, so as soon as you get any profit in the trade, you got to move your stop to break even. Excuse me. Okay.
It's raining here in the Big AZ.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. It's just cold here. I am long 67 on the crude, by the way. It hasn't gone one tick profit yet. That's what I'm waiting for. There it goes. All right. Ooh, 67. 67.10. All right. So it just gave me 10 ticks. That was good. There's another one right here. 67.15. If you can get it. And, 10 more ticks on crude. And I'm long.
You already hit the daily goal, I take it?
Oh yeah. Stop at break even on the 67.15 trade. Get rid of my original stop.
Hey, Bert.
Did you my text this morning?
No, sir, I did not.
Flat at break even on
Got
that.
my phone battery, maybe. No, here we go.
Just give me a chance. Look, see, make sure I'm on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
My last two videos on Google Plus, they won't upload. So I stuck one over on Vimeo, and man, it just like a charm. So I don't know what the deal is.
Okay, Steve. That's good that you understand that now. And does the MA1 color matter? No, Carl. The MA1 color doesn't matter. The MA1 is used for, hang on.
Oh, I see that, Bert. I'll look at it right now.
The MA1 is used for risk management. And really, I mean, it acts as support and resistance. You know, it's a line that once price gets up above it, it should stay above it until it's going to pull back again. Once it gets below it, it could be a direction change. So when you're in a trade, you know, you want to see it close up. If you're long, you want to see it close above the MA1, like right here. You know, but I use it for risk management too, Carl. Okay. The color doesn't matter. I don't care what the color is. You know, the color is pretty sensitive. And it's also a bar behind. Okay.
Mike, does the MA1 color matter?
No, that's what I just answered that.
Oh, okay.
I just, no, Bert, it doesn't. No, buddy. The MA1 color doesn't matter at all. You know why? Well, you know what? I recorded it. You can go back and listen to it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We'll look for the down close over here on the gold. Down close over here on the gold will be a momentum short trade. 7.8 is the high. 7.4 will be the low. Sure, you wait till I'm sick and then make me say things over and over again. No, the MA1 color isn't important. The location of the MA1 is what's important. Okay, guys? The location is what's important. You got to have the MA1 cross the BBC. That's the first step in the trade setups that we do in here. The MA1 crossing the BBC gives you direction. Okay, and then once it's done it, then you're using it for risk management. Okay, you trail your stop behind the MA1 or behind the black step line, whichever is closest, but you're also looking to move your stop to break even when you get 4 ticks profit in the trade or close on the other side of the MA1, whichever happens first. Okay. Now we're short here on the gold on the momentum trade. Okay. It slipped us in there at 3, stop to break even, stop to plus a tick. Get rid of my original stop. And now we're in a 0.3, locking in 4, 5, and we're flat with 5.
He's huge.
Okay.
Good job, my friend.
All right, thank you. Okay. That's right. That's right, Carl. All right, now we're going to have a regular trade setup here on the gold. It's not going to be a momentum trade setup. So for this, it is a short trade right here. 1207 was the spot. You can get in a little better than that right now. It looks like I'm not in it, but I'm going to get in right there if I can. Well, it didn't fill. There we go. Now it filled. 7.6 is where I just shorted. Okay. I'm short at 7.6 on the gold. Oops, I'm actually short 2 at 7.6. I'm only going to count one of them. All right. The Russell just went right down to its weekly trading zone. When I was short the Russell before, back here, I thought it was going to go right down to the zone on that one, but it came around and went back up, gave us a little opportunity on the upside. I missed this short right in here. There was a shorting opportunity right in here on the Russell. We're about to stop out of that gold trade. There was a shorting opportunity right here on the Russell. I think that might have stopped you out. I'm not sure. I didn't take it. 5.3 was the low and 6.1 is a high. It might have stopped you out. Might not have. We're still in the gold right here. The stop is at 8.4, so it's right here at the YBR. Herman, you're short on the Russell right now. Good. That's good. Still short the Russell. Okay, I did just stop out on the gold. Okay. So I'm just going back and forth on the gold. I was -8, then I was break even, then I was +5, then I was +10, and now I'm +2. $11.74. So you shorted way back here.
Hey, Bert, are you still there?
Yep.
Did you drop the 50 at 996? 50-yard line?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because, all right, then perfect, because it's like right on the line. You see that right on the line there? It's a thing of beauty. It is, but you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm referring to the text you sent me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll continue to watch.
I'm sorry.
I said I'll continue to watch it too.
Oh, okay. Thank
The
you very
50-yard
much.
line.
Yeah, on soybeans. Our
Okay.
first trigger on beans on the alerts last night triggered as the crow flies, or just buying on a stop. We triggered at 8:43 a.m. Eastern, and it ran from 10:02 to 10:09. And well, if you were trailing a stop, you got taken out at 10:04:50. If you took an early entry, you got in at 9:96, and you got taken out on a stop at 10:03. Is that true? True that. Let's see, 9:96. The first red candle closed 10:03. 10:03. Yeah, 10:03. 996 at 10:03. That's 7 cents. Yeah. I'll show you guys a chart, and I'm sorry to interrupt. My Bert had texted me, and I could have texted him back. But anyway, we had some nice trades in the beans early on for those of you that are trading the alerts. Actually, I was just running interference for you, Boston, so you could sneeze, cough, whatever it is you need to do. Turn your microphone back on, whatever. Mike, we can't hear you, buddy. Or is it just me, guys? I see his mouse.
There's my mic. There's my mic. Sorry. It was off. Sorry about that. I was hacking. If you want, Dwayne, if you want to use, like the last 15 minutes or whatever to go over the alerts, or any 15 minutes. I mean, you can use the current 15 minutes if you want.
No, well, whenever I can do that, but whenever I haven't even had a chance to go through them myself yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay.
And, I've got my goal for the day, so.
That's your goal. Okay.
Yeah. 66.91 is the high on this. 66.87 is going to be the low right there. That would be a momentum trade short on the crude. It's going right into dynamic support right there. So it may get a bounce off of that. Just letting you know. Those green dots are dynamic support. It did drop from 66.87 down to 66.84, but that was really, really fast. Al, was today the day you were supposed to go to Stoughton? Thursday. Oh, you know what? Now on the crude, guys, we have a decent pullback right here. Now we're going to need a down close below the trend line for the regular trade, all right? That momentum trade was just too fast for me. It just went way too fast. 67.01 is the high on this. 67.97 is going to be the low on this one, but the next bar down would be 67.93. All right. All right, now the next bar down is not going to be 67.93. It's going to be 95. All right, now it's going to be 96. So a down close at 67.96 right here would be a short trade on the crude. All right, there it is, and I'm short. I'm not 67, 66.96. I'm short 66.96 on crude. Okay, make sure my stop's in the right place. It is. All right, and ready. Go. we need 4 ticks profit or a close below the MA1 to move our stop to break even on this trade. And I'm looking for the gold to pull back a little bit more. There it is. So now on this bar, if we close, this bar is not going to do it. 7 is the low. On this bar, 901 is up to 905. 9.5, sorry. 9.5 would be the long trade here on the gold. Okay. Watch the crude for 4 ticks profit or a close below the MA1. And watch the gold for, never mind. You see how this bar closed down and we have this wick sticking up right there? There's 4 ticks profit on the crude, stop to break even on that. Over here on the gold, you got to move your trend line to take that wick into account. Okay, like that. Okay. All right, we're out of break even on the crude. Okay, and on the gold, we got a low of 8.8. We're going to have a high of 9.2. 9.2. All right, that 9.2 is not high enough. We need 9.6. 9.6. Okay, and up close at 9.6 on the current bar on gold would be a, oops, now it's not going to be 9.6. Now it's going to be 9.4. Now it's not going to be anything. Now we got to move our trend line. Again, take that wick into account. The Russell's bouncing up off its weekly trading zone right here. See that? Tom, are any of these markets at a little slow place, meaning that we would have a few seconds to make a trade before we miss out because the market moves so fast? Yeah, I mean, you know, Tom, once you realize what's going on, Arnold, it's not as easy as you think. But Tom, once you realize what's going on in here, you know, how to place the trades, you end up putting your trades on ahead of time like I'm doing. You know where the bottom of the bar is and where the top of the bar is going to be, because these are all range bars. So like right now on this bar, I knew the low was down here at 9.2. I knew the high was going to be 4 ticks higher at 9.6. So I could buy 9.6. I could put a buy order on there at 9. Well, not 9.6, but 9.7. Then you just trail your stop. The markets that are slower though, the slower markets that I'm looking at right here, there's soybeans is pretty slow, natural gas is pretty slow, and the ES is pretty slow. Okay, now right over here on the Russell, and up close to this bar would be a long trade here on the Russell. It's got a low of 2.9, it's going to have a high of 73.3. So right there, 73.3 is a spot to get long. Okay, I just got long. Oops, there. And it went up to 73.7, so stop should go to break even. 4 ticks profit or a close above the MA1 is when you move your stop to break even. I know it's going really fast right now, and I'll show you in just a minute here, Tom, the trade setups, okay? Just locking in 3 ticks profit on that Russell. It should get up above here. It should get up above 74.4, but it just took me out with 3 ticks profit. Okay, now let me slow down for just a second or two. Hang on. And I'll show you what's happening. Okay. Arnold, the recordings take a long time to convert. You know, when I do a recording like this, I don't get them put out there daily. I think I'm back to July right now. Was the last time I put a recording out on the website. You can review the recordings. I think I sent you some recordings, but it takes a while because they have to convert. It takes hours for them to convert, and then once they're done converting, then we have to load them somewhere so that you can view them. Okay, and then we can finally send you a link. So it takes a long time for that to happen. I know I saw your email last night that you'd like to just have a copy of the recording, and if I could do like one day a week, and it doesn't matter what day it is. If I could just do 1 day a week, then you could have one recording per week we could put out there would be good. We do record them all, or at least we try to record them all, but if I could do one per week. Why did I enter at 73.3? Because the up close was right here at 73.3. and I thought I thought it had actually closed, Steve. That's why I jumped in there when I could. I should have had my order on at 73.4 though, you're right. But I thought it actually closed. I got in before it closed on that one. All right. Yes, Herman? I mean, can't you guys make recordings? Can you guys make a recording? I don't know if you guys can. That's one thing you could do, Arnold. If you wanted to record every day, you can buy software that will record the stuff that you have going on your screen and record the audio. Yeah, James just said he records with Camtasia every day. You can buy Camtasia, and that will record everything that I do. That way you'd have it immediately on your desktop. Yep, Harold says he's got Camtasia Studio.
Gentlemen, why don't you upload them for us?
We're looking for a down close over here. On the gold to down close, it's got a high of 7.1. It's going to have a low of 6.7. 6.7, that would be a momentum trade short because the entry would be below the MA1. Okay. Well, I try to do both, Herman. You were one of them once. I try to do both. Arnold, we were saying that you can get Camtasia Studio. There's a couple of guys in here that have Camtasia Studio, and what they do is they just record it on their own. So you could record it on your own, you'd have it every day. Okay. 7.1, again, still the high. 6.7 is the down close we'd be looking for over there. Now this time it wouldn't be a momentum trade. Okay, so if you get a down close there at 6.7, it's going to be above the MA1, so it's regular risk management. On the crude over here though, this down close on the crude, 87 is the high, 83 would be the low, 88 is the high, 84 would be the low. A down close there at 84 on the crude would be a short trade as well. Okay, we didn't get the down close over here on the gold, so we got to move this over here and start our trend line over again. That's why, Tom, just for review.
Legal would get tied in a knot if they heard this conversation.
66.84 is a short right there on the crude. I'm short 66.84 on the crude. It's going right in dynamic support. It's already below the MA1. I'm throwing my stop at break even right away here. Whoa. Now I'm throwing my stop at plus 5. And I don't know why I had that little wait thing there. Plus 6.
I'm going to be on the phone in a few minutes with Bert. If you need me, just beat me.
Okay. I just got plus 8 on that crude. All right, plus 8 on the crude. Over here on the gold, we need a down close of the current bar. It's got a high of 7.1. It's going to have a low of 6.7. I've been saying that over and over again. If we get a down close of 6.7 there on the gold, that'd be a short trade. Keith said you can record with Snagit. It's also the same company as Camtasia, but less expensive. TechSmith is the company. Snagit is what he's saying. Yeah, Bar, anything that we do in here in a webinar, if you can record it on your end, then it'll work. You know, so Camtasia will record anything we do in a webinar. And Keith says Snagit will too. I think Snagit is a lot cheaper and probably a lot smaller footprint too. You know, Camtasia is kind of a big thing. Okay. We got a high here of 1207. We're going to have a low of 1206.7. 1206, 1206.6. 1206.6, 1206.7. 1206.6. Sorry. It's got a high of 7.1. We're going to have a low of 1206.7. Sorry. What'd you say, Bert? Did you mean to say anything? I was trying to do the math there in my head. Excuse me. All right, so we didn't get the down close on the gold, so we're going to move the trend line over and start it over again. 66.81 is the high on this. 66.77 is going to be the low. That'll be right at the trend line on the crude. Wouldn't gold need to make a lower low? Well, it never had a trade from this lower low over here, so this is the one we're still working on, Steve. Okay. We got a high here of 7.4. It'll have a low of 7.0. So a down close here at 7.0. Now it's going to have a down close at 7.1. Down close here at 7.1 on the gold would be a short trade right there. Ding ding. Okay, I'm short gold. Hang on, I think I missed something there. Karen said, am I doing the natural gas inventories? Oh, that must be what Bert said. Camtasia includes editing. Snagit is just recording. James says he likes Camtasia because he can mark his video and make notes, which is better for studying later on. And yeah, those apps are software hungry. Soybeans, is there a natural gas trade? Shelly was asking about soybeans. There's nothing here on the beans. I'm short the gold right now, and we got to do our natural gas bracket. Where's natural gas? Here it is. Let me do this and do this so I can watch my trade. All right, it needs to make it down to 6.7 right here, I think. Actually, I can't tell. I probably should just move my stop to break even on that. No, it hasn't closed below the MA. Hasn't closed below the MA1 yet. Okay, let me do the natural gas bracket really quick, guys. Okay, on the gas, I'm going to be aggressive today. I'm going to do 723. 723 for the sell, and this up here, 763 buy. Okay, that's for the natural gas. So what that means is I'm going to put a buy stop on right up here at 763 with 8 ticks risk. And I'm going to put a sell stop on down here at 723 with 8 ticks risk. All right, and when the natural gas inventories come out, one of those should get triggered. Okay. Still in the gold trade. The gold trade is right here. 8 ticks risk on this. Okay. So we're waiting for that. There's a crude trade right here too. There was a crude trade right there. Right there. I'm not in that. Okay, on the gold, we need to close below the MA1 or 4 ticks profit in the trade to move the stop to break even. Natural gas inventories just came out, and there they go. And my stop is now down at 705. All right, and it just took me out. And I just canceled my order, my other order. I don't know where I got in on that. I'm flat natural gas, and I just stopped out of the gold. Okay. Hang on. Let me back this out. Okay. I said sell 723, which is insert drawing tools horizontal line. I said to sell 723 and buy insert drawing tools horizontal line. I said to buy 763. All right, now the way the natural gas works, guys, if you didn't get in on this move down, hopefully you did somewhere. I said 723, but you might have slipped way down to here. You know, I had moved my stop to 705, but I'm still not even sure where I got in. The way that the natural gas normally works is you'll get that big move, but then it's going to go right back where it came from. Okay, so I would look for it to move all the way back up above 723 now. That's the way that it typically works on the inventories. Okay. Herman, you got, well, you had 2 contracts on that. And you got 24 ticks. Okay, good. I don't know how many of the other guys managed to get into that and make any money on it. All right, the jury is in. My entry was here. And my exit was here. Okay. Now I'll put the natural gas over here so you can still trade it if you want to. Okay. If it has an up close right here and the cycle stays blue, it would be a long trade. If it has an up close and the cycle stays blue. All right. Now, mind you, it should go up probably 20, 30 ticks from here. Yep, that's it right there. 689 if you can get it. All right. I just jumped in at 690. And I'm going to throw my stop at break even on this from 690. Okay. Take off my original stop. Lock in 4 ticks. And I'm flat with 4. Now the gas should get back up to, it should get all the way back up, 730, right in that range. The Russell is given a short trade, a down close on this bar. That would be at 70.8. Be a short trade right there. I'm short the Russell. 70.8. Okay, stopped plus 1 tick on that Russell. I hope you guys all get into that with me. Stopped at plus 2 ticks on the Russell. Okay, I'm flat with a couple on the Russell. Okay. So currently, guys, it is 10:35. We've been going for about an hour, and I am now up 2 on gold, 8 on soybeans, 13 on the Russell, 14 on gas, and 22 on crude oil. Why are there no white transition bars on the Russell on the chart? You use Ninja? Yeah, it's just off a little bit. Is your sensitivity set to 4, Robert? Man, I'm really hacking right now. A down close on the current bar would be a momentum trade on the Russell. A down close on this bar at 70.4 would be a momentum short trade on the Russell. Okay. All right, we didn't get the down close on that bar, so now we're going to draw a trend line. Okay. 100, 230, 370, 475, 70, 590, $610 is where we are right now. 610 a contract. We're looking for a down close here. That would be a momentum trade at 70.1. Okay, I'm not in that one on the Russell, that momentum short trade right there. But I told you from 70.1 was the spot. There's no swing high on the Russell. It was a momentum trade over here on the Russell. Okay, it was a short trade, not a long trade. Come on. Gold has a long trade right here. 9.6 on the gold. Okay, I just get in 9.5. 9.6 was the up close above the trend line would have been right there. All right, it's a momentum trade because it's above the MA1 already, so stop at break even on that. Locking in 3. And I'm flat with 3. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shut the recording off right now. What I also want to do is start this thing up. There was on the actual down close here. The actual down close had the swing low on it. All right, this is the spreadsheet up to yesterday. I'm just going to add today's in here right now. All right, currently we're plus 8 on soybeans. On the Russell, we are plus 13. On gas, we are plus 14. On crude, we are plus 22. And on gold, we are plus 5. Today it took us 7 trades in 19 minutes. 19 minutes and 7 trades to get to $100 a contract. It was $100 a contract. And I'll fill the rest out later. But that's where we stand right now, on the month, on the day, all that stuff. I want to stop the recording right here, so it'll be a smaller recording. It'll convert faster and I can get it out to you guys sooner. Okay. So currently we're, everything I just said, we're plus 5 on gold, plus 8 on beans, plus 13 on the Russell, plus 14 on gas, and plus 22 on crude. We've taken so far 5, 10, 15, 23 trades. So $630 and 23 trades. Yeah, I wish I could, Greg. $640. Okay, thanks, Frank. Whichever one it is. 69.4 is the high on this. 69 will be the low. That's on the Russell. Okay, the ES is starting to put something together here too. The ES had a little momentum trade back here. And it's starting to put together a short trade here. Let's just draw this up the bottoms. You gotta start on the corner of the body like that. If it's a body and no wick, you gotta start right on the corner of the body. Okay, so a down close here on the ES at 64.25 would be a short trade. All right, so from right here, if you get a down close right there, that would be a short trade. All right, the soybeans just made a little run. They're starting to pull back a little bit. That's it. There was this long trade right here on gold I missed. I did miss that, right? Okay. All right, there was that down close there on the ES at 64 1/4. You'd be looking for that to get down below this level right here, below 63. All right, it's got to close down below the MA1. Once it gets that close below the MA1, it should drop in and put in a new low. Over here on the Russell, I had said to look for the short here. I'm not in it. Okay, guys, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I want to go get my inhaler. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. There was a soybean long trade over here. I don't know if any of you guys got that. The up close above the trend line was a long trade there on the soybeans. It was from 6 1/4. Went up to 775. I probably would have locked in a couple of ticks if I could have on that. The Russell trade over here kept dropping down a little bit at a time, but the cycle's going totally against it now. The ES did what I thought it should do. It put in a lower swing. Okay. So with the ES dropping like it is, the Russell should continue to drop. Okay. All right. Hey, I had said I was going to show you what the trade setups were. Let me do that. These are the two trade setups that we do in here. Okay, two trade setups. They're always the same. Using the same set of indicators, same time frame, same everything on every market, doing the same thing over and over again. All right. And now, on the charts, you'll see the green line right here, which is called the BBC. This green line right here, the BBC. And the red and blue line on the price is called the MA1. All right. Down here inside the slingshot, for the trades that we take in here in the live trading room, you're only interested in these two lines. You're interested in the red and blue line down here in the slingshot, which is called the cycle, and the green line down here in the slingshot, which I just referred to as the green line. Now, in the setup, step one is the MA1, which is the red and blue line on price, crosses over the BBC, which is the green line on price. BBC stands for Bull Bear Cross, by the way. That's step one. Step two is price pulls away from the BBC, like it's done right in here already. All right. Step three is it pulls back down and it touches the BBC. You can see right here it went all the way down below the BBC. That's okay as long as this black step line is still above it. Okay. That's important that you know that. As long as the black step line is still above the BBC, you're still looking for your up close. Now the other thing you have to have down here in the slingshot, the green line has to have diverged or moved away from the cycle. All right, in this particular case, it was moving away from it right here. Okay, and for this, for the bounce off the BBC, the cycle must be the right color. Okay, it says right here, must be the correct color. When the entry is made, that means on the up close of the bar, the cycle's got to be the right color. Now the entry is here at the up close of the bar, within a tick of the up close of the bar. All right, this up close was at 10.0050. It pulled back one tick, but if you got in at 50 or 75, it's still good. Okay. Sorry, the more I talk, the worse it gets right now. Okay, so that's this side. That's that kind of trade. All right, that doesn't happen as often as this other side. On the other side, what you're looking at is like right here. In this particular case, you know, step one and step two are the same. The MA1 has to cross, the price has to pull away at least one tick. That's almost always going to be the case if you're taking one of these. All right. Step one and two are the same. Step three, though, you got to draw your trend line from the top of the prior swing high, which in this case is the top of this wick. Draw it down. If it's just a body of a candle, draw it down the corner of the body. If it's a wick, draw it down the top of the wick. Okay. In this one, the cycle color doesn't have to be right, but you still have to have divergence. You see how we had this divergence right here? So the cycle color doesn't have to be right, but you still have to have divergence. That means the green line has to have moved away from the cycle. It doesn't have to be going away from it. It can be going toward it, or it can be going away from it. It doesn't matter which direction it's going in. Okay. And so the confirmation on this is the up close above the trend line. All right, the up close above the trend line for a long trade, or a down close below the trend line for a short trade. You know, like this short trade right over here. I didn't actually draw the trend line on this. I just eyeballed it and I said, you know, you're looking for a down close on this bar, that would be a short trade. You're looking for a down close below the trend line. Now the way I manage my risk, sorry, the way I manage my risk, I just want to get this done though, Jack. I want to get this part of it done. The way I manage my risk is when you get 4 ticks profit in the trade or a close above the MA1, you move your stop to break even, whichever happens first. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So the entry would have been here at 6 1/4. When a price got up here to 7 1/4, stop to break even, maybe stop to plus a little bit, and pull back down. It would have taken me out right over here. Now this one didn't put in a higher swing on that first move, so I wouldn't try to get in again. But now if it pulls back, it's got a higher swing in place, so I would try to get in again. From 10.04, it should go up to 10.10. That's what it should be looking for right here, 10.10. Okay. That's it. Those are the trades that I do in here. Okay. Yeah, we have a partners meeting tonight. For everybody who's in here who's on the trial, there's a partners meeting tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You have to be a member. You have to be a partner to get into it. Okay? For everybody who's in here, who's on the trial right now. Okay? And I'll try to get an external hard drive, or find the one that I have. I know I have one around here somewhere that's 1/2 terabyte, but I just don't know where it is. And I can transfer all these files off. Thoracotomy? What is that, Steve? Yeah, me and my external hard drive. I left it in North Carolina. Well, I'm taking meds. The meds are cefuroxime, I don't know, Axetil, I don't know what that is, and albuterol. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that, Steve. I mean, the only symptom is just the hacking and the phlegm. That's the pneumonia works with me. You know, the last time though, when I had it really bad, I mean, I had, not this time, no fever right now. The last time I had a fever, I was constantly sweating and I was just a puddle. Robert, yeah, the majority of the trades are going to be continuation trades, or trades on the close above the trend line. Yeah, the majority of the trades are going to be like that. And this trade here off the BBC, it should only happen once usually after a trend change. Okay. Like right here, if we got an up close on this and the cycle stays blue, it'd be a long trade, right? But it turned red, so now we need to close above the trend line. 69.4 is low, 69.8 would be the high. That would be a long trade there at 69.8. Oops, and I just entered at 69.7. Now this should get up to 72 right here. All right, so if I put a target way up here at, say, 71.8, and as soon as I can get my risk off the trade, I will, and then I can just leave it alone. As the green line gets up into the cycle, we should be all the way up here, I would think. Okay, you can see my risk is off the trade right now, and I'm just going to leave it alone and let it do what it's going to do. If we close above the MA1, we should put in a higher swing, and hopefully it'll go right up there. The huge guy in the green mile, he died of pneumonia. Well, I'm taking meds. All right, there it goes. I'm just going to lock in some profit on this. All right, 5 ticks. Oops. Now it should get all the way up here to 72. It's just 10 more ticks from right there. I don't know if it's going to do it all at once. It'd be nice if it did it all at once. You know, I could take 10 ticks profit right here. And all right, the down close over here at 682 is a momentum short on the crude. All right, I'm going to try for 10 ticks profit on this. And there it is. All right, so I'm flat with 10 on that Russell. Hey, you know what? Like, what does that give me? I could have a $1,000 day today. What time is it? Got a half an hour left. All right, over here on the crude, a down close right here would be a short trade off the BBC. 692 down to 688. That's not crude, that's natural gas. Down to 688. Sorry, yeah, there's nothing on crude. That's natural gas. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. Now we're getting a momentum trade set up over here on the Russell. All right, so an up close on this bar, 70.6 is the low, 71 would be the high. An up close at 71 would be a momentum trade on that Russell. Another momentum trade going over here on the soybeans, 8 1/4. It's too late to get into that one now on the soybeans. Okay, you took the 10 on the Russell too, good. I had a feeling it was going to pull back a little bit. No, it's not, Robert. I don't use the color of the MA1 for anything, personally. It's all about location. The black step line in the partner trades, the black step line is what's used more than anything else. The black step line and the green and brown line down here. Okay, in the partner trades. When would I have gotten in on this gas trade? On the gas trade that I'm currently losing on. This down close right here off the BBC. All right, you had your bearish cross, price pulled away, it came back up, it hit the BBC, and it gave a down close right there. Bearish divergence and a red cycle. Look at those soybeans right up to 10.12. Wow, that was nice. The momentum trade on the soybeans was right there. All right, and I just stopped out on that gas trade. Okay, so we never got the momentum trade over here on the Russell, and we haven't gotten it yet. The soybeans are pulling back. 10.12 is a significant area there on the soybeans. You can see they're pulling back right here. 12.50 is the low. 13.50 would be the high. If they're going to keep going up, excuse me, if they're going to keep going up, yes, that's right, Steve. If they're going to keep going up, I would look for them to get up to 18. Okay, that'll close right there at 1350 as a long trade on the soybeans. And if they're going to keep going up, they have some nice divergence to do it with. They should get up to 18. The Russell, you got the up close here at 70.8. That's a long trade. I just jumped in at 70.6. That should get up to 72. All right. I'm in the soybeans too, guys. I'm in the soybeans too. Oops, I gotta throw my stop at break even on the Russell, and I should have thrown it at break even on the soybeans, but I missed it. All right, I'm out of the Russell at break even, and now I'm losing in the soybeans, but I should add my stop at break even at plus 4 ticks. Where's the Russell? There it is. Okay, now on the beans, my stop is at break even. Okay, I'm flat the soybeans at break even. They're gonna go up. They should go up to 18 right here. Now that we closed up above the MA1, they should get up to 18 pretty quick right here. It was a momentum trade here, Steve. The close above the MA1 with the bullish divergence, it close above the trend line. Okay, soybeans are pulling back again. I'm expecting the Russell to get up to 72. That's what I'm expecting here. Okay, I'm not in it right now, but that's what I'm expecting it to do. All right, so currently we're plus 20, we're plus 5 on gold. We're plus 8 on soybeans. That's 150. We're plus 23 on the Russell. That's 380. We're plus 6 on gas. That's 440. And we're plus 22 on crude. That's 660. What time is it? 11:04. So we got about 20 minutes to make 330 bucks. 33 ticks. That's what we need. I'm gonna move the natural gas off to the side because it's not giving me anything right here. Soybeans closed down. There's the new trend line. All right. So over here on the crude, now we want to see it pull back and give us an opportunity to short it. Over here on the gold, the down close would be a short on the current bar. 90.4 is 9.0 would be the spot. On the crude, it is pulling back right now. It actually just pulled all the way back to the BBC. And you can short the crude at 33 if you want. Okay. Short the crude at 33. Stop at 41. 8 ticks risk on the trade. And we'll see if I stop out on it or not. We'll see. Yes, we will stop out on it. I'll be back in just a minute, guys.
Mike, you still there? Mike? Oh, Mike. Calling all mics.
Okay,
There you go, buddy. Hey,
I'm back.
how you doing?
Yeah. I'm all right.
Do you want me to, I don't know where you're at with trades or whatever you're doing right now, but if you wanted me to run through, show some of these guys a couple things on the alerts while you take a little breather, I can do that.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be nice. If you want to do that.
All right, let me grab the, you're in the middle of anything at the moment, I'll just grab the chart.
Everything's a mess right here right now anyway.
Okay.
It's a good
All
time.
right, so let me move this thing out of the way. So,
The Russell just about got up to 72, guys.
all right, so you tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I'm not getting my normal little, I guess you're going to have to send it to me. Something happened.
Push it over to you.
Yeah, I don't have my little button that I normally have up there.
Did you get it now?
All right. Yeah, I got it. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, guys, so I'm going to just show you real quickly. I'll start with the Russell, since you guys were just talking about the Russell. Okay. Now, the alert last night, here's what it said. Put up on screen so you can just see it. For those of you that actually, well, you should have got it, but if you didn't, here it is. Okay, consider short below 1177 or long above 1186. So real simple, what you do, as soon as you get the email, is you go and you drop a horizontal line on a 4-tick range chart, 1186, drop a horizontal line, 1177. Okay? Then, halfway between, exactly halfway, drop this line, turn it yellow just so it stands out. That's the 50-yard line. Okay? You're only going to use that if you're trading with the indicators. If you're not trading with the indicators, then you won't use the 50. So let me show you just real quick. Now last night the alerts went out at 2:40 a.m. Eastern. I was running a little behind. So look at the timestamp, December 4th, 3 a.m. right here. Okay, so you got to give people time to get it and digest it and then get the chart ready. Okay, so without any indicators, all we're looking to do then is to buy, as the alert said, consider being short below 77 or long above 1186. Does anybody have any question on that part before I start going through the actual trades? Does everybody understand that aspect of it? Okay, I don't see any questions, so I'm guessing that's a yes. Okay. All right, first trade out of the gate is right here. Now this is without the indicators, okay? We come down through 77. Right here, this is 10 ticks. This move goes 9 ticks. Swing lows 1176.10. All right, here's how I calculate it when I go through and recap. On a 10-tick instrument, such as the Russell, if it goes up to 6 ticks, from 4 to 6 ticks, I'm going to count that as a break even. If it goes 7 ticks or more I'm going to count that as a break even plus 1, because you should have, like right here at 9 ticks, you should have more than 1 tick locked in. But I don't know whether you do or not, so I'm going to assume at the very least you have 1 tick locked in, because right here is 90% of your daily production. You're 1 tick away from being done for the day, so you have to protect that, all right? We then go back, get above the trigger line at 77, and every time we get back above the trigger, that resets the trade. Now, you only take the trade again if you don't have your points for the day. If you're done for the day, you're done for the day. And remember, you were 90% of the way there, and it was snatched from you. This red line represents an 8-tick stop out. 1177.80. Is that what that reads? 1177.80. Yes, okay. Right. So this trade, because you're triggered in here, you get all this little back and forth, blah, blah. And then ultimately it comes back, takes you out. Okay? Next, we trigger right here. Okay? And then we start this move down. Let me go ahead and put a target line in here, which at 77, it's going to be 76. So I'm going to paint it green, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it into a ray gun, so it'll go all the way to the hard right edge and just keep going. There we go. So right here, okay, that's where you hit the 10-tick target on this trade. So we've got a target trade. We'll just call that plus 10, okay? Now, notice if you want to trail your stop, simple way of trailing that I recommend is just stay in the trade until you print your first green candle. Now, this candle closes, this green candle closes at 1175.20, okay? Now, if our target's 1176 and this candle closes at 1175.20, how many ticks do we have? If somebody wants to venture a guess of 18, that's correct. Are you still there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still here.
If I throw out any faulty math, let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, we get back above the trigger, resets the trade, and down we go to the target again, okay? So plus 10, all right? We get back above the trigger, we trigger, we drop to a swing low of 1176.30, right? That's 7 ticks, so that's a break even plus 1. Break even plus 1. You always move your stop to break even at 4 ticks, and then you need to start locking them in, okay? Now, if this had been only 6 ticks, I would have just called it a break even, not break even plus 1, okay? We get back above the alert price, we trigger, and we have a plus 10. Plus 10, okay? Now we keep going right, and we get back above the alert price, and we have another plus 10, okay? Any questions from anybody on anything at all? There's an awful lot of 10-tick trades here. I mean, ask yourself, how many 10-tick trades do you have so far today? You know, I don't know the answer to that, but you do, whoever you are. Okay. See, this didn't get back above, so it doesn't reset the trade. It's got to go at least 1 tick above like that, right there. That's 1 tick above, all right? And that's another 10. Any questions? Plus 10, okay? We keep boot scooting to the right, reset, target, okay? Another plus 10. Plus 10, Okay. And we're moving to the right and moving and moving and moving and moving. And I think, yeah, we run off the page at that point. And so let's back up real quick. This is when the alerts went out. The first trade transpired right, let me get my little piece of paper. Okay, we got a break even, +1. Then we have a +10. And then we have a +10. Then we have a break even +1. Then we have a +10. Then we have a +10. Now on that +10 there, guys, look how far you could have trailed this. This green one right here closed at 1174.70. So is that 23 ticks? If you had just stayed in it till the first green candle printed instead of 10, it would have been 23. Okay. And scrolling and scrolling, and we get a +10. And a +10. And that was it. Okay. So, oh, we had that one stop out for 8 ticks. One stop out for 8 ticks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 target trades. So that's 60 ticks. Minus 1 stop out. So that gives us 52 ticks. We had 2 break-evens plus 1 tick, so that brings the total up to 54 ticks times $10 per tick is $540 net, and that was all done between 2:30 a.m. Eastern. And what time did we calculate the last one? 9:50 a.m. Eastern. Is every day that good? No, each day is different and unique, but if you look at the recap videos, by and large, most days are, well, pretty good. All right, now we're going to look at gold just real quick. Different story on gold. Gold has yet to trigger outside of the bands. Or the upper price on gold is to be long above 1216. Or to be short below 1197, okay? 50-yard line right in the middle. So here comes the alerts at 2:30. I'm not going to go through all of these because there's just too many, okay? Now, when we're below the 50-yard line, we don't take long trades. Below the 50, the magnetic pull is strongest to that alert price below us. So we're only going to take the short setup. Bearish cross, price pulls away, price pulls back, down close, you're going to sell the open of the next candle. That recipe never changes. Not on a Tuesday, not if the boss is wearing a yellow shirt, nothing changes the rule. The open of that candle is 1204.90, okay? 1204.90. 1204.90, and we're just going to do a few of these because, again, there's so many of them. And our swing low down here is 1203.50. So we were able to get, on our first trade, we're able to get our 10 ticks and then some. Okay. All right. Bearish cross, price pulls back. Down close, sell the open of this candle, which is 1204.30. The swing low is 1203.50. 1204.30. So that is 8 ticks, correct? So that's going to be a break even +1. And this one over here, I forgot to really make a note on that one, but I'm not going to do them all anyway. Let me just show you a few. Bullish cross, you have no interest in that because you're below the 50. You're only interested in trades that will give you an early entry on your way down to the alert price below. Bearish cross, price pulls away, price pulls back, down close, sell the open of the next candle. See, the recipe is always the same. The open of this candle is 1204.10. So I'm going to write that down, 1204.10, 1204.10, okay? Now, in order to get your goal for the day, you need to drop to 1203.10. That's right here. Okay? Chances are you're not going to trail this one because of that green candle that comes in right there where you're taking your 10 ticks. Now let's see, we said it needed to be 1203.10 right there. See, were it not for this green candle, you could potentially see yourself just trailing your stop all the way down until you print this green candle and then you jump out. Okay, we'll just do like 2 more. Bullish cross here, we don't use that because we're only looking for short trades. This one, bearish cross, price pulls away, price pulls back, down close, sell the open of this candle right here, which is 1202.40. Okay, 1202.40, 1202.40. And then the swing low comes here at 1201.60. Okay, so that's 8 ticks. Worst case scenario, break even +1. Okay, I'll do one more, real quick, one more. So much fun. This makes trading fun again, see? Bearish cross, price pulls away, price pulls back, down close. There's your down close up there. So you open 1203.40, 1203.40. And the swing low is 1202.40. Not that Mike's not fun. Oh my God, what did they just say? Mike is so much fun, except when he's not feeling well. But like I said yesterday, he mans up when he's sick like nobody I've ever met before. God's given me good health most of my life because I whine, man, when I get sick. Oh, goodness, I'm horrible. 10 ticks. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions on that? Your red-blue line is blue. What about the trend line? I don't do trend lines here, Carl. It's not the slingshot. Yeah, okay, you answered your own question. Yeah, it's not the slingshot. This is simply the upper indicator right here. Indicators, CFRN, CFRN. Okay. Now, Bert and I just went through the whole day on gold, and it just went on and on. And there were, I don't know, I didn't tally up all the trades. If I get a video done later today, I will. You know, when you get all caught up on the 50-yard line like that, just back away for a minute, and then it'll give you a delightful little trade like this that just will run, okay? So, again, the email comes in, open the email, find the markets you like to trade, write down the prices, go to those charts, 4-tick range, drop 2 horizontal lines, the long price, the short price, drop a vertical line, which represents the time you receive the email, and then you're good to go. You can trade them either way. I showed you 2 examples. The Russell, we were simply selling on a stop at that lower price because it never got up to the upper price. And on the gold, because we never got to either the upper or lower price yet, we haven't had an opportunity to buy and sell on a stop, so we just take advantage of the price action in between the two, knowing that once we climb above the 50-yard line, the magnetic attraction up is going to be greater than the magnetic attraction down. Okay? All right. And I want to thank you all for your time this morning. Again, we walked through from 3 a.m. to roughly 9:30 a.m. on the Russell. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Well, we ended up with a net after the stop out of 54 ticks was the net on the Russell. And the goal, a good exercise for you would be to go through the goal later today, partners, clients, guys on a trial, and you mark each one. Mark it up, okay? And then you tally it up so that it, and then see if your tally at the end of the day matches my tally on the video. Okay. Okie doke. All right, guys. That's it. Back to you, Boston.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, it's time to wrap it up. So I will grab the charts and I'll do the spreadsheet.
Are you up to doing the recap? If you're not, it's okay. I understand.
Hey, what's going on? Is my thing? Sorry, I gotta update my name here.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? I think it's just me. It's raining.
There.
It's hot in here.
It's just you. Here, I'm gonna grab the chart so I can do my my spreadsheet.
Okay.
I can do the recap. I'll just make it quick.
I'll scoot you in there real quick. I won't make any funny remarks, quips, nothing. And,
Okay. We
Yeah,
gotta
I'll
do
let
the
you.
recap. All right.
and you got to promise you're going to go to bed and rest.
I did last night.
All right.
I certainly did last night. All right, so I'm going to do the spreadsheet, guys. This is where I had it, when I shut off the video. I think it's probably pretty close or a little less than that right now. We're still +8 on soybeans. On the Russell, we are now +23. On natural gas, we are now +6 instead of 14. On crude oil, we are now +14 instead of 22. And on gold, we are now +5 instead of +5. Okay, so that's still good. This part was still right, and we took 5, 10, 15, 20, 26 trades total today. All right, so on the 4 days of December so far that we've traded, we are up $2,027.50 a contract. Okay, if you apply any dollar commission to each trade that we've taken so far, you would be up $1,243.50. If you apply a $5 commission to each trade we've taken so far, you'd be up $1,537.50. Okay, we're 4 days in and we're at $2,000 already. Our monthly average on the year is $6,438. I think we're well on our way to getting up there. So hopefully, if we have continued volatility, which hopefully we will have. I mean, this is about what we had last year in December. Total at the end of the month. If you go all the way back to last year, it was our worst month of the year. This year it's starting out great. Look at last year in December, $2,297 for the whole month, and now we're at $2,027.50. So I think we're going to have a much better December this year. The year before last year, we had a good December too. I don't know what happened last year. Anyway, all right. So that's where we stand. What did I make, Frank? $580 a contract? Okay, we're good with that. And that is where we stand on the day, the month, the year. To get into the next session, just give me a second. Here you go. To get into the next session, go to cfrn.net, scroll down on the right-hand side to where it says click here and click there. And scroll down to where it says watch live now and click there. And fill out this little form. Once you fill out this little form, you'll be sent a link to get into the next session prior to the next session every business day for the rest of the month of December. Okay, I'll give you all this link. Now, if you're in here and current number for the year on one contract, this is the link to get into the next session. Hang on a second, Frank. This number wasn't updating, including this month, so it's about 72,800 on the year for one contract. In the next session, Carl? Well, the next session, there's no live trades in the next session. Okay, we don't do any live trades. We talk about what we've done. Dwayne talks about all his alerts that he's given out. I talk about all the trades that I did this morning. Then we have other people come in and talk about anything, from toothpaste to, mad cow disease. Okay, to lady, I said thank you. I'm not in control of that, Carl. All right, so Yeah, so that's it. So if anybody has any questions, my number is 1-949-423-6464. I'm on the East Coast. Keep that in mind when you call. If I can get it, I will. If I can't, well, leave me a voicemail. Okay. If anybody wants to become a partner to get into the partners meeting tonight, you must become a partner before the partners meeting. If you want to become a partner and you don't know how, then just send us a quick email at support@cfrn.net, support@cfrn.net, and we'll give you the information you need to become a partner. Okay. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. I hope you all made some money today, and I'll catch you at the top of the hour.
Hey, Mike, you still there? Mike. Mike, you still there? Okay, guess not.